on Facebook. Test. Test. Test, test. Test, test. 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 Test.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the 2025 BC Open Snooker Championship here at Top 147 Snooker and Billiards Lounge in Richmond, BC, Canada. It's David Byrne in the booth. I'm joined with Gary Spence. How you doing, Gary?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thanks, Dave. Welcome, everybody. This should be a great match.
Yes, we got Gordon Wu taking on Wang Chen Chap in our first round of the knockout phase. Referee Hannah Lisovenko will be manning the table, and we're just getting everything dialed in, and we should be starting momentarily. So definitely, Gary, I really appreciate you jumping up, and you were manning Snooked. And here we are underway.
So I don't know if anybody's played on these Rasson tables, but they're cut very tight, basically to the pro standard, so you've got to be very accurate in your potting. Gordon tried a swerve shot there, but at least he got the red away from the hole, so somewhat safe. So Gordon tried a sort of a pot on to hoping to get a safety, but it looks like he's left the red. Nope.
Yeah, we've got an active chat. If anyone has any questions or comments, feel free to let us know. Let us know when we're turning in.
That was definitely a misjudgment. Two reds and block, that makes it tough to play a safety shot. Got the cue ball on the correct side of the potting angle for the blue. He may be going into the pack here. Nope, must be a ball that goes down there somewhere then. Tell by his body language that he was well short of where he wanted to be. Clever little shot. He tried to hide the pack from using the pink ball. Can't tell from the camera angle whether he got the pack. If he did, then Gord will probably be going to the rail back into the pack. Oh.
Test.
That was the danger, trying to play safe off that red. that was on the lock rail.
What's going on? It's feeding his voice and your voice into the headphones despite being set otherwise.
Bit of a thin blue here.
Yeah, that thing in the background, that's a problem with that 4800 kilohertz sound system. And I thought I had that fixed, so I've just turned it off. You won't be able to hear each other. Better that way. Yeah.
And he may be on a red to the green pocket, or that cut down the rail. Or green side pocket, I meant to say, not the green pocket.
Yeah, we just had to work out a few bugs, and hopefully we're all dialed in now. We'll probably have it figured out by the final tomorrow.
Obviously, he's can't see anything that goes because he would have decided on the shot already. No easy access to the block area up by where the yellow's sitting. Tried to bury him in the pack.
Good morning, Lee Smith. Thanks for tuning in. Big day here. We've got 3 rounds of the knockout phase. We're going to see who gets into the final 4 for Championship Sunday tomorrow. But lots of snooker ahead of us. It's just these first round of the knockout. They're best of 3.
Now we're back to a more traditional game. Now that red is partially covered. That's close to the pocket. I don't know what Gordon's going to do here. That was a bit of a jelly roll kiss off the brown. Covered the ball near the pocket, left him hampered, queuing over the yellow ball for the others.
I don't know a lot about Wang Chen. I know he played in the shootout, but that's tough to see what kind of a player is. But Gary, you were out at Snooked, our partnering room in this tournament. Probably got a chance to see how he plays firsthand.
He made quite a few long shots and got in the balls, but he didn't do better than several 30 breaks. The pockets at Snook D are not quite as tight as these Rassons, but fairly tight, so he looked fairly formidable, but he did miss some shots when he was in the balls.
And there's your partner in crime chiming in on the chat, Larry Anderson. Larry, thanks so much for helping us out.
Good morning, Larry. Pretty easy looking snooker here. Bank the red two rails down into the pack and slide behind the brown. Well, he chose to roll the cue ball, but he could have stun run it over there behind the brown and then got that red below the side pocket.
Surprising miss there by Gordon. Just watching the tournament, just doesn't have that killer instinct that we're usually seeing with Gordon.
I think he might have just got some accidental siding on that. It looked like the cue ball sort of walked off the line of the pot. Fine cloth, you don't have to have much siding on for it to walk away from your intended line.
Good opportunity for Wang Chan. Always good to get that first frame on the board, especially in these short little best of threes.
That was a bit of a surprise. That two-ball plant looks fairly good. Yeah. So obviously the blue doesn't pass the green. Playing a draw shot. The way he cued that, it looked like he was actually just going all out for the pot. Touch a left on this to make sure he gets back to Bach. You could see how the cue ball checked up off the rail and came straight back up the table. Good weight. It's a bit thin for this type of shot. You might have to spin it. Oh, he got the magic check on that, right up that alley. That was a very tough out. Gordon's left in a similar predicament. Another nice touch.
little seesawing affair here, safety battle. Both players, lots of respect for each other, knowing probably that if one was to get in, they could potentially score quite heavily.
Well, the scoring balls are sort of on play right now. Black and block, blue's covered to one pocket. Pink is not easily accessible. So we could see some safety play for some time here.
What about you, Gary? Would you go for the jugular maybe, since those color balls are a little all over the place, and maybe try and take on a long red and get the machine going?
Unless you could play two rails and get shape on the black. Sorry, folks. Apparently, I was talking away with a dead mic, so.
He's not a dead man yet.
So now the pink is in play, but it doesn't. No, there's not really a pocket for it. So the pot the red, move the pink. No, he doesn't like the angle. Now, black will be going on the blue spot if he pots it. If he pots the green, it looks like it will hamper getting the black in play. Wang Shen was just eyeing up whether he can get on the green and open up the black to both side pockets.
You got to make the pot first. So a little break of 15 is brought in head of the match.
It looks like he got a magic cue ball location. From the camera angle, it looks like there's no edge of a red sticking out, but green side red might be just addressable.
So Gordon just letting referee Lisovenko survey the table just in case this white needs to come back.
Oh. If he doesn't have an edge, I think I'd play a two rail and try and chip the reds on the rail and come straight back to Bach. He might be playing the nestle on the two balls. Yeah, he's nestling it. And a foul and a miss.
So we can put him back, or Wayne can shoot from there.
Yeah.
Or put his opponent back from there, but that would
If
be...
the pink was open, he'd probably take on the shot, but there's no real reward in making a red because there's no way he could access a color. So there's 3 putbacks in this format. So that's the first one. I sometimes use a ball marker when, especially when the cue ball's out in the middle of the table, because it's hard to relocate. It's not like we have instant replay for the referee to see, like you see on the Pro Snooker Tour, where they get to overlay the previous frame and get the cue ball exact.
True.
Both players have to be satisfied it's correct.
Not sure what referee Lislovenko is doing right now. Maybe she's using her phone to go back in the stream, but I agree, yeah, Gary, in that situation, we do have the paired on cue ball markers and white tailor's pencil, and they're perfect for this kind of situation, that you can mark the cue ball, or mark the cue ball with the marker, roll it away, take that little pencil and that little notch in that marker.
I think she's trying to look up the stream to see if she can figure out where the cue ball was. I think it was a little further back from the, towards Bach. This is what I dread when I'm refereeing. When the players don't agree on the location of the ball. Yeah. The score is, I think, correct.
We do have Lance Bromlin up there at the scorer's desk, and he is looking at the stream, so referee Lislovenko can connect with him. Each table is equipped with those blue paired on cue ball markers. It's a tough job to be the referee, but you got to be on your toes. We know Joe Policeman Gary Spence, who's in the booth right now, will be doing duties a little later today.
I hate to tell you how many years I've been a certified referee. Trying to be a player, but I refereed, I think I've been a certified ref now for 55 years.
What'd you think about putting on a clinic?
I have thought about it in the past. I have actually, 30 years ago I did some clinics, but I haven't had to. Our league has had the benefit of a very good head referee, Anthony Braganza, but he's put on several clinics. So our league has several certified referees. So we don't use referees during the league, but we're coming into a bunch of postseason tournaments, and those are all refereed. So.
Ever forward my emails that I send to you looking for jobs at the BC Open to any of those referees in your leagues?
Well, Larry was the only one, I think, that spoke up. got to remember the senior league is 55 plus.
We don't discriminate against referees.
Okay, let's get back to the action here. Tough cueing. Oh, he's got center of the cue ball, so it's not. Okay. 30-point difference in the scores. That could be vanish here. If we can get good shape on the first color. At that pace, you don't have any margin for error on that kind of pot on this Rasson. It's very challenging to pot. Nice long pot by Wang Chen. Well, that wasn't the chip out he was looking for. Obviously the pink spot's still taken. Ball goes on its highest open spot on the table if its own spot is already taken. There is a cut to the yellow side pocket. Looks like Wang Chen is going for it.
Gordon's got a couple mid-range reds just above that pink, but he's just not getting his pot and boots going, so looking like he's going to refuse that. If he was feeling confident, he might have taken one of those on. The problem is, obviously, if he misses, he's going to leave Wang Chen in the business end, and there's a few reds spackled around down there.
Having a 37-point lead, if he gets a 3 or 4 color run, that would probably win the game. Again, he somewhat got away with that miss.
Interesting, going back to that ball marker debate, I was chatting with some of the referees over in England when I was in Sheffield, and one gripe that they had is they said you're inferring that the player is going to miss if you mark it first up.
Well, the few times I played in a tournament where the mark, you want to make sure it's back exactly if it's a testing shot, simply because you get in a practice shot if it's putbacks. So if it doesn't go back in the same spot, what good was your practice shot? Many times you can adjust, you were a little bit wide or you're a little bit soft. Well, if the cue ball starts in the same place again, then you've had a practice on that, what you're trying to do. So it's really important that the cue ball get back to where it is. And I'm talking about from the shooter's point of view. I'd rather have it marked than end up with it being an inch or two different, and then you got a completely new shot again. That's just my humble opinion.
I think it's a good opinion too. and I've never known a snooker player not to step up to a challenge. You think I'm going to miss because you're marking it? Well, I'll prove you wrong, and hopefully they're successful.
Well, certainly got into that draw. Now he's eyeing up, using the green to get behind the 2-ball wall there. Oh, just played the blue straight down. Well, that's tight enough. He may not have a side rail first. Oh, he can get to the side rail. Makes this hit a lot easier.
Well, it's ran into the blue, ran into the red. There's a few balls that need to be replaced here.
It's backwards, I think.
This is where the referees really earn their paycheck. See, a good referee, you don't know that they're there. Sometimes in these foul and miss situations.
Well, when 2 or 3 other balls get moved, it's somewhat of a guess.
And she'll confirm with both players, and if both players are agreeing.
Yeah, the blue was, I think, more behind the black spot. And the red was closer to where the blue is, as I shooting from memory.
Yeah, with the skeleton crew, we know all hands on deck, so appreciate Gordon stepping in. The black ball, the black ball didn't get moved. Looks like our friend Vineet Desani, who's scorekeeping, has got a good eye on the monitor. Okay, she should be confirming with one person. I think you see both Lance and Vineet playing captain, and she's just got to listen to one.
Well, it's handy if you got some help looking at a monitor, frozen picture of where the balls were. Well, you could definitely get below the side pocket. That red might be a little high, but virtually the same shot. And last time he hit the red on that shot, so.
Should have an idea where the blue is.
That's the only ball to be put back now.
Mm-hmm. And the cue ball, but that's obvious. Hello, Mr. Godfrey Chan in the chat. Godfrey, a great supporter of snooker in the Lower Mainland. We appreciate all his help throughout this tournament. Ontario Snooker, this is the only camera feed. We're only on one table today. Hopefully as the interest grows, more people get into the game, we can produce more camera angles or more tables get covered. successful on his third attempt.
That ball may be potable, but I think it's only part of a pocket. No, wasn't potable. Or if it was, Gordon certainly wasn't playing it. Just a little too far with the cue ball. I'm sure you'd rather have it on the rail.
Mm-hmm. The problem sometimes is these players aren't used to having referees at the table, so sometimes they'll just want to go and get into the shot where the referee needs to see where that cue ball could go back.
My mic seems to be cutting out regularly.
Oh, nice
Oh,
cut
nice
there.
back cut there. Given the score difference, definitely a roll up to the green.
Seeing that the referee wanted to announce that ball. It kind of threw him off when he was down on the shot. Obviously, when two color balls are really close together, that's when more of an announcement needs to take place.
It's a matter of why would you let the referee assume which ball you're actually shooting at. Far better to declare if there's more than one ball down the line you're taking. Most referees ask, but it is possible they're assuming you're shooting at ball A and you're actually shooting at ball B, and then you're going to get a foul called on you because they think you hit the wrong ball.
Yeah. Well, now she's coming in to use just the pencil, not going to use the marker, but at least there's some kind of mark there. Always got to have a lot of tools as a referee, correct, Gary?
Yeah.
It's kind of a little checklist before you leave the house if you're going to be refereeing. I have my checklist for the booth. If I don't have my headset, I'm in trouble.
Well, I think sometimes some of the players think that I'm a bit of a tool. Try and be fair. It helps being a player to understand the game, especially positioning where you want to be, how fast a player plays. I remember refereeing one player who didn't want me to take the time to walk out of his eye line when he was in the balls. He just wanted me to spot the color, step back a couple, and stop. It took me a moment or two to understand what he wanted, but he was a very fast player. So you try and accommodate some idiosyncrasies of a player like that because you don't want to slow him down trying to get out of his eye line if that's not what he wants.
Yep. This game always rides a lot on momentum.
Ooh, that was a big miss. Got on the correct side of the blue, but it's awfully tight to the rail.
Tried to make something happen off that blue.
Indication of how tight those pockets are. He wasn't even tempted to go for that cut into the pocket, even though it was only 10 inches from the pocket. Chose to bank it up into baulk. Table right now favors Wang Shen because getting brown to blue and then blue to pink, if you wanted to get out to win, very difficult. There's a clever shot if that's what he intended, forcing the pink to be moved. You need the pink to win, why not force the player to move it? Table just became a lot more dangerous in terms of leaving Gordon something where he can get out now. Nice angle to slide up for the yellow. Missed that ball by quite a margin, didn't even catch the jaws. Yellow's rolled fairly safe. And there's blue and black can make a big coverage if you're playing a snooker.
Yeah, 27 on the table, 16 in it. So still anyone's frame. A lot of time in the amateur game, it does come down to the colors a lot.
A lot of body movement on that shot. Oh, nice. I think Gordon passed on the pot simply because he didn't think he could get the cue ball back around past the blue-black. using the one rail hit. Cautious weight, you don't want to be driving by the ball and coming back out mid-table. Second put back. This looks better. Eight-point difference. Means Gordon needs the pink, he doesn't need the black. First 5 colors total 20, so if he makes 20, that would leave only 7 for a total of 15 going the other way. Yeah. You might play the overcut safety and try and swing the cue ball around for the snooker. Oh, went the other way, straight down the table. Might not like his next shot now. Could be nestled behind the black and blue. Nice touch. That could well be a winning shot. Surprising that he was able to go behind the green. It's fairly tight to the rail. I don't think there's a free ball. I'd be surprised if Gordon doesn't hit this time. This could work out. No. So Wang Chen needs pink or black or any two balls. Now, what a stroke. Does he get rewarded? Yes, he does. Well earned. Not natural shape that's going to lead pink to black, pink to black, so he's going to have to work a little bit here. And no bonus. So blue is not frame ball for Wang Chen. That'll put him up 12 with 13 left to play. Pink is still easily potable if you can get shape. So the out is still on. Main part of that shot for Gordon was getting the ball past the side pocket. Getting behind the black would have been great, but you don't want to push the blue up over the hole and miss a snooker. Well, the pink is definitely going to be moved now. Where can you put the blue off the pink? Oh, camera angle deceived me. I didn't think you could get the blue past the pink. More space than I thought sitting in the booth. Not sure if he's playing for the pot or not. No, just playing the two rails to block cushion. Nice shot. Again, getting the object ball safe is the most important half of that shot. Clip on the black would have been nice, but if you don't need a snooker, you don't want to be playing for a snooker and leaving the object ball where it's potable. Excellent weight there. The cue ball's far enough from the rail that Gordon can play however he wants to play the shot. He chose for the skinny back cut. Changes the game now. Wang Chen, any ball will be frame ball. Chose the snooker route. Now the blue is definitely potable. Whether the cue ball's controllable on that angle, I'm not sure, but a little thick to be force following up and down, a little thin to be clipping into the side to get back down for the pink. Chose the standard up and down. Weight looks perfect. Oh, now he's pushed the pink safe, so he won't be happy about that. Because he needs all three balls to win now. Well, he can go to the rail and kick the blue down table. There's enough room. Or he can try and bank the blue 2 rails down by the pink. He could back cut it thin and swing down, try and get behind the black. He has lots of choices here. This is a little crisp. He needs help from the black ball. He doesn't get it. Just a little stretch here, which makes the pot slightly more difficult. Ah, 2 rails on the blue, slide the cue ball behind the black. Doesn't look like there's much room to go behind the blue, so it's a fairly big ball. He'll be pushing it down towards the black end of the table if he does hit it, which means that a run out is possible.
Thanks for taking the helms on this frame, Gary. Just had to step aside for some tournament issues.
Oh, were you gone, Dave? That was cheeky. So it's turned into a real grind fest the last few balls. Well, that angle I can't no, too straight. He can go ahead and shoot the pink all the way across the table or play safe, but he isn't sliding over to the easier pot. And he don't think he angled himself, so still needs both balls.
What's your plan of attack here, Gary? Do you just concentrate, get the pink in the
I
pocket,
don't
then
know
you're
if
at
I
the table?
want to be playing the black. If I roll the pink, I'll be on the rail, playing the black, trying to get safe. Maybe but he's so tight to the long rail. He doesn't have much cueing, so not an easy shot. You can sort of punch it a bit so it doesn't hang in the pocket, and hopefully if you miss, it goes up the table and not back towards the cue ball. But I definitely wouldn't want to be rolling it, because it will, if you don't make it, it'll be a sitter, because you can't do anything with the cue ball. If your touch is really good, you could just roll up, touch the top half of the ball. Glad it's not my shot anyway.
Yeah, I think he's letting his mind get in the way a bit too much. Almost sometimes just have an attack and go at it. And so nice pink.
Well, you can't really bank the pink towards the black because the cue ball's going towards the black, so you won't have anything left there to hide. So, well, I guess we'll find out what he intends to do. Yeah, perfect. Beautiful pot, and with enough pace. Oh, challenging Wing Shen. Oh, and he didn't even think about playing that ball. So the back cut's a bit thin. Bank it straight back up the table. The kiss is not on, so. But he is coming from the cushion, so it is a difficult shot. It was good weight by Wang Shen. Oh, that short half ball cut.
Certainly out
Just
there
a
for
little
Wang
bit
Chap.
thicker than a half ball cut. I think you have to go for this.
This for the first frame. It's been a bit of a slog. Oh, it's not there.
Definite body movement on that shot. It's what I call steering. You're trying to help the ball into the pocket instead of getting down and putting a full stroke on it. Your body mechanics break down and you sort of pushing the cue at the cue ball.
Oh, what a pot there by
Nice
Gordon.
shot. Nice finish.
Comes back and takes that first frame. So we'll step aside for a few short moments and be right back with frame two. And welcome back, everybody, to this Frame 2 match. Knockout phase with Wang Chen Chap taking on Gordon Wu. Gordon took it in the first frame. On the final black ball, it's David Burney in the booth alongside Gary Spence.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, Gordon made a nice comeback there. He was on the ropes for the last part of the game, and he didn't give up. You know, he just kept fighting, and he eventually got the upper hand. It's one of my favorite shots. Power stun with a touch of run, go behind the black and out a couple rails back towards puck. It's like getting a free shot because you know the cue ball is going to end up in block. Unless you really miss the ball by a block, you're going to get a relatively sure safety. Gordon plays the dump shot. And that red is potable, so that's going to make the table dynamics way more difficult because you can't play a standard safety into block. So we're going to be looking at an upside down game here for a while. You sometimes end up with a stalemate because nobody wants to put the cue ball towards box, so you start having tippy-tappy into the pack. Yeah, looks like Gordon's going for the pot.
He's got a bit of a result there. Hasn't left a relatively easy starter for Wang Chen.
Well, he has a possible bank or a very difficult cut. The trouble with the cut is you may leave that ball that's on the near the black rail. You may leave a shot on that. I might be tempted to play the bank and just stun the cue ball a little bit. You'll get a decent cut on the black. And use the pack to hide the side pocket. That way you're getting a relative safety. Again, that red that's up by the blue spot is not really one you want to go for because the red near the side pocket is definitely potable. I can see from the booth. Well, Gordon's fearless as ever. Able to get enough draw. But the red, he didn't get it deep enough in the pocket, so the red came back down table. On those shots, you're hoping to get enough horns on the pocket that it stays in that vicinity. Didn't think that was going in, looking at how much his body moved on that shot, but it did slide in. Not sure. It looks like he's going to try and roll it. Oh no, he went for the pot. Nice shot. Kind of in no man's land. Or does the pink go?
It's close, but no, it doesn't look like he likes it.
Oh, pink must not go because he's shooting the blue, so. So we'll be back to standard style snooker again with all the reds in the scoring end of the table. Oh, Gordon will be disappointed with that effort. We had a bit of a time lag there. Now we're back to in sync live to stream. Not sure if that red passes the black. Oh, the upper red goes past the pocket, into the pocket, past the pack. Nice cue ball. Correct side of the blue.
Brent Babcock just looking for the bracket. It is at challenge.com, challenge.com/2025 Snooker Canada BC Open Final. I do apologize. There seems like there's some kind of lag going on with our main camera, the head-on bird's eye view. Hopefully we can get that more in tune to the accurate timing.
So Gordon's covered the easy side of the pack for playing safe. Still possible safety shot, but it's a lot more difficult using the left side of the pack. Oh, beautiful weight. Played a dump shot and hung the cue ball right in the jaws of the pocket. Dump shot is just where you bank the loose red up past the side pocket and leave the cue ball down on the black rail. I think Gordon was playing that ball in off the green. A little bit thin on the blue, but still a workable angle.
I'm lost here. What's happening?
Okay, now it's up to speed, but at times this lags. Like, say, he's already taken the shot and it hasn't
Yeah,
been
there should
done.
be 30 seconds difference between that and this.
30
Oh, no,
seconds.
no, no, sorry, that's between that and this.
Yeah,
So that should be live.
and that's lagging at times.
Yeah. Nice. Picked a nice red out of there. Again, those side pockets are just as tough as the corner pockets are.
Cut to the side ones in there in time. Like red.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I think he can play this ball in the corner. He's got free cueing between the black and the red. And doubled it out and left a bit of a sitter for
No.
Wang Shen.
You say it just, at some point it slips.
It does look, yeah.
Probably just play for the pink, get it back in play.
I wonder if it happens when
That was a bit careless. That ball was certainly potable. It looks like the green is covering all the reds. So he'll be playing, although the yellow's taking some of the angle he needs, he's going to have to go 2 rails, or he's going to swerve it. Yeah, it wasn't that much. You know it's not your day when you make a combination fluking the black from that angle. Especially with the green being so near the balk cushion. If you make a ball, you've got choices: pot the green or sneak behind it for a good safety. Well, good starter here. Two easily accessible reds. Just giving the other table deference in terms of shot, because they're both going to be playing from the same space. Looks like the black spot may still be taken. makes the next sequence a little more difficult. Chose to come up. That green may interfere, always going with the blue, because if you shoot the pink, the green's in play trying to come 3 rails around. It was a fairly thin blue, made it somewhat risky. Wang Shen just checking the 2-ball plant possible in the side. Not sure if people heard that dog in the background. Somebody's got their little pooch in the venue. Well, he certainly got a bit of a roll on that. Some discussion about a previous shot. Can't see. Yeah, that red's not on the black spot anymore. Huh. They're just checking. The scorekeeper has can roll the frames back, and they're checking to see whether or not the cue he's bridging over gets moved. Can't really tell from the replay. You could try and pot this, or you could just try and cozy up to the brown. Oh, it looks like he may be trying to pot it. Nope. Missed it. That was a bit of a careless mistake. Oh, definitely on the wrong side of the blue. I'm not sure he can actually hold it without going to the rail. Certainly wasn't hoping to double kiss the brown, but cue ball is out where he can put his hand on the table, so that makes this next shot somewhat easier. For any silence, my mic keeps cutting out, so I have to reinitialize it. pink-brown combination takes up a lot of real estate up here, and this is certainly able to get behind it if you can get, no, a little wide. Pushing the black out in play makes this a lot more dangerous situation. Gordon's trying to decide whether he wants to go for the thin back cut or cut the red towards the pocket and hope it horns back across the table into the group. A little thick. And the cue ball is perfect position. Looks like he's going to be hitting the blue here. Makes this next shot a lot easier. Similar shot to what he just played. Z the cue ball back into Bach.
It's another grinding frame here, Gary.
Yeah, well, you've got a virtual tie in the score. You know, 4 points in it or 3 points in it, and you've got 6 reds to play, so there's lots of points. That's more the shot I thought Gordon was going to play, that Z shot where you zigzag off of the 4 rails or try and get to the 4th rail. A couple of those reds will pot, so it's ideal would be to nestle into the pair that's almost frozen to the rail there. Oh, you can see an edge of a ball. Okay. Can't tell from the booth. There's a... Does he get the magic? Nope. Needed a ½ millimeter more red, and then he would have been behind that brown pink.
Yeah, the players have the best view when they're down on the table. That's a nice pot by Wang Chan.
Well, if the brown is potable, he can go back down. He tends to play somewhat aggressive game, so if it goes, I'm sure he's going to be trying to spin down where the into the reds. I got into it too much. Nice attempt. Try and hit the long rail in front of the side pocket. Oh, it came straight up the table. I thought maybe he'd try and get the cue ball more in the center of the table and Bach. Something like that. That was almost perfect. If it got to the rail, I think he would have covered the edge of the reds.
This one squeezed out for him, but he's got the cover on the pink.
Well, if he swerves it, he might be able to get a 2-rail hit off the one nearest the pocket, and the other ones are relatively safe. Well, it's not going to be that flat. Yeah. Thought you had to spin it a bit. I didn't think you had enough to get there, but it turned out okay. long rail, and behind the pink. See what he does here. I like to put some check on this ball, go rail first, come back to Bach. He's pushed that red out where it goes. Oh. Just played the overcut safety and got a bit unlucky, and then the red did not trap in that group of reds. Double kiss may be on this safety attempt. Oh, he was able to squeeze it through there. Nice shot. Not an easy escape if you want to try and put a ball towards the pocket. Well, he may be trying to get behind the blue, spin it around off 2 rails, 3 rails. Just checking underneath, make sure his clothes aren't touching, because it's all fouls. Just like that. Almost scratched, but a beautiful weighted shot. Looks like he's left an edge though.
Yeah, just 8 points in the frame. 67 on.
Well, he may have left the side pocket. Certainly covered the ones over the pocket behind the down by the black. This is almost a must make. Don't need the kiss. Yeah. Trouble when you hit that fat, you know the kiss is on. Couldn't avoid it. Where is the cue ball going to end up? That is the question. Wow, there's limited places to hide the cue ball because you've got a red and Bach that is certainly potable. Play the pink, try and cover everything. Oh, he's going to try and pot the yellow or the green. Huh. I think I would have been tempted to play the pink and cover everything. Up 9 points. They could be useful if you get a couple reds and a color. Jordan will be disappointed with that. Didn't move the cue ball backwards and behind the yellow. Well, the ball near the pink spot is potable, or you can play the overcut safety. My mic keeps cutting out there mid-sentence. But yeah, the overcut safety was an automatic get back to Bach on with the cue ball.
The wireless system is nice. You know, you could be in Antarctica commentating on this game, but sometimes the batteries might run out.
At least I know what that little beeping sound I hear is every once in a while. It means turn the mic on because it just went off.
It's not your pacemaker?
Fortunately, I don't have one of those.
Good to hear.
Undeservedly relatively healthy.
There's definitely a
Another
collection
nice
of
safety
colors.
shot. We're getting a bit of an exhibition on correct shots, although I think he's playing the combination here. Well, that's a bit of a surprising outcome. Moved the black out from behind the, in front of the red rather. Colors aren't easily accessible. Now you want to slip the black in and go down for the loose reds? Or do you want to bail and play safe?
A Frayne Weng Chen chap definitely needs to continue his pursuit to be the BC Open champion. He's trailing in this match by a frame, and it's a small best of 3. Obviously, when we get into the Sweet 16, those turn into best of 5s.
Nicely played. Hard to pass up that kind of opportunity. Now, does he get rewarded? No. It doesn't look like he, well, he actually has a shot on the side, but then he'd be leaving the one up by the green spot. Well played. He went for the two-way. Playing the safety.
That's a path for
Trying
this
to
red.
get the extra 7 points to add to his lead. 18 points up now. Table certainly favors Wang Chen. That cluster with the yellow, blue, green, brown covering the face of the yellow. 18 points is a fairly big lead at this point.
Oh. Is this a gift for Gordon?
A bit of a testing pot, but I think he can naturally come 1.5 rails and get on the black. Yeah. The shape was pretty much automatic, and red stopped in a fairly good location for him. Uh-oh. That
He left the
changed the
path.
whole game around now.
There's a path to this red, to top left corner.
Can't see if the yellow passes the blue, but that may be academic because he'll be shooting the blue now, so definitely the yellow will be in play, and a run out is possible now. Oh. That was pretty much a must-wake if you're playing good shape like he did. Not sure you can get good shape if you can get a collision after the pot, it'll be okay. So it is a dangerous table.
Yeah, it looks like whoever really kind of gets a first good chance.
A little
Could
tight
take the
to
frame.
work with those balls the way they're sitting, but they all have potential pockets. The blue being down the table makes it a little tougher to get out because of where the pink is.
Yeah, 23 in it and 27 on the table.
Yeah, this is tie game ball here. Leaves only 25 with 25 up. And he got out from behind the blue, so be seeing a snooker here. Oh, wrong side of the green. He may rue that mistake. Although that green is tight, so a double kiss is possible. He managed to squeeze it out, and is there a window? There may be a window.
Tough to say. It doesn't look like
no
there's a
window.
gap.
Yeah, this is definitely one where you want to put a little marks there where the ball is. Yeah. One real hit though off using the window. Oh, he almost got the magic bonus, eh?
You and the magic. Are you a magician by trade, Gary? You're all about the magic today.
There's some serious power draw.
Now he's feeling it. Could put us into a black ball respot here.
Oh, look, he got on the. He is on the right side of the potting line too. Oh no!
Gordon.
He snatched at it. Ah, beautiful cue ball. Too bad he didn't stay on the keep his stroke in line. That would have been fun to watch out. No gimme. Probably playing the 4 rails around. Oh, he went for the cross.
Oh, what a shot. Well,
Ah,
I always like that shot. It's got an element of safe there. I don't know. He apologized his hand for the fluke. So Gordon does now.
he tried
need a
the 1.5
snooker.
times across with the blue, and it fell in.
Sure, and hello to Snooker Canada headquarters. They're tuning in from Quebec. Hope you're enjoying the BC Open Championship.
Oh, welcome.
Seems like the president of Snooker Canada is online. If anyone has any questions, not to put you on the spot, Patrick Geegy, but that's an open forum, open chats. Doing a lot of good things to raise the level of this game in the country. Had a rich history. Gary Spence, who's in the booth with me, it's David Burney. Gary Spence knows a lot of the old timers when this game was thriving in the country.
Old timers. Half of them are gone. Yeah, I was privileged when I was young and trying to learn to play this game to have a couple of the top shooters give me a bunch of pointers, and then later in life I was able to actually befriend and play some of the up-and-comers that became pros, like Marco Fu and Brady.
Did you get a chance to see young Rianne Desani play at all, Gary? A 10-year-old in the tournament.
No, I tried to watch the stream, but for some reason I couldn't get it to run at home.
That
I
long,
saw her make a couple of shots. That was it.
so that long pink by Wing Chen Chap puts us into a decider. We'll step aside for a few short moments and be right back with exciting deciding frame.
Stay tuned, folks. It's interesting to watch the mental gymnastics players go through, whether to be aggressive or to be ultra conservative and just play safety, 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 hoping to get an easy starter.
We've got a lot of these matches that do go down to the colors. I'd like to see a bit maybe more aggressive play. Right now, Rex Hue has the highest break of a 53. So I think if you got that chance to get in in a decider, you should go after it. Easier said in the booth than on the table. I'll see batting for your lives out there. We're going to move on. Loser, unfortunately, is going to go home.
Well, moving those reds from below the black, that encourages aggressive play because you can play for black shape and not be leaving a red. There's just that one red. If it's moved, you're going to see people, I think, take a few more risks in trying to pot a red because you can be relatively assured that you're not going to leave too much. But right now, you do have that one red near the pocket. Oh,
It's a little unfortunate, but it's early on.
2 rolls too hard. Roll through for the black. No, coming up for the blue. Nice stroke on that. Put a little bit of siding on to make sure he got out of there.
Oh.
Unforgiving, those pockets.
True, I think he was running a little bit before he was walking. He was ready to be on this red, just to the left of the bunch.
Okay. Not a lot of loose reds to work with, but certainly some potential here. Oh, missed the cannon. He wanted to cannon that red. And that would have left the other one on the bottom of the pack. Natural shape, but this isn't a gimme pot. Decided to play a bit of a two-way. In case I miss, I'm gonna bounce it away from the pocket.
Give it a little body language too to will it up there.
Overcut. Oh. Now he's gonna pay a price. Still, the reds are not easily potable. There's just that one loose red. The one right above the black may pot if you get the correct angle, but you're going to be going into that cluster. Probably playing the one on the rail. Adrenaline flowing there. He overhit that by a lot.
Just bringing his
Pretty
cue
good
ball.
weight, although he didn't want the rub off the brown. The blue might be in the way if you're not careful. Oh, he got it fat enough.
Nice aggressive safety shot there. He's opened up some reds, but got a nice cue ball deep into the bulk area.
Yeah. And he's got him on the hard to get outside of the table because of the clutter on the short rail and on the red below the side pocket. Makes it hard to chip and get back up table. Well, didn't turn out too bad, even though he caught that one.
Yeah, left Gordon a mid to long range shot into the top left corner. Blues and
Not tempted by the pot.
I think definitely with how the reds are spread out down there, if you're faulting on the pot, you're going to open up a great chance for your opponent.
This is the kind of shot that Wang Shen was going for yesterday over at the other venue, Snook D. He tried to get out. I thought maybe he would just play a soft stun and try and hold it for the black. Looks like Gordon might be playing for the pink. Oh.
I think he does have second place with that blue.
Yeah, it's a little
It's thin.
bit of a tester though. If you were right behind it, you expect to make it. Yeah, taking the brown, I don't blame him. Oh. Oh. That horn may, no, the horn didn't help him because now he's got a red and black he could pot, as opposed to the one below the pink.
Ooh, and cannon into that green didn't help him on that.
I think they're starting to feel the pressure a little bit. That was a little smoother stroke. Wow. Can pretty much put the cue ball anywhere he wants, not from that angle. Yeah. Played a bit of a two-way there anyway. Good weight again. Got him trapped a bit here. There's no obvious path back to Bach. Oh, he played the nice power draw from so close to the rail. That was a really nice cue ball. Not easy to get that much draw on a ball when you're only a couple inches from the rail and it's out mid-table like that.
Rashib is wondering if Albert is in this tourney. We do have Albert Lamb in the tourney. Or if you're referring to two-time champion and defending champion Albert Kenny, unfortunately he did not make the trip this year. So there will be a new champ. And the only player that's left in this tournament that has won this crown is Charlie Brown, who won it in 2018.
That was kind of magic. Got two kisses and still got out from behind those balls. Stayed perfectly still on that stroke. Could be the turning point right here. probably get a letter from TSN now using Turning Point in my commentary.
Yeah, you're going to have to build on your Jim Van Horn mustache.
Yeah. I got about 10 whiskers on either side if I try and grow a mustache. And they're gray, so they don't even show up anymore.
Hell, I don't think I would be here without TSN, so you may have taken their TSN turning point, but I'll give them homage because back in the late 80s, TSN was a new sports network in Canada, just putting on any random sport that they could find, I think, just to find their audience. And then one night, this game with these colored balls was on the table. I was a little bit fascinated as a youngster. My father, who is not a big snooker player, but knew a little bit about the rules. He explained to me the basics, obviously the red color philosophy. So it was interesting. And then you see this young Scotsman just potting them off the lampshades, a fellow by the name of Stephen Hendry, which was very exciting to watch. And you think that's where it was for me, but oh no. It was John Pullman. As the next day I talked to friends on the school playground and asked them, did you see that snooker stuff? And we were all sports fans, us kids, and a lot of us did. So I had great enjoyment of winding up my friends, pulling off a John Pullman English accent, as that was pretty foreign in southern Ontario.
I can remember watching Pot Black. Weird, it was on a black and white TV. I mean, different looking game, and not like that, like it is in color now. But there was some amazing play. Tipping my age.
What is that, pot black or black and white?
Both.
No, that was a great program. Did well over in the UK. Gave the sport a lot of great exposure. But we do have to thank Sir David Attenborough of the BBC, as they were testing out color sets, and what better way to test out these color televisions than this game of snooker. All the colors shown here. So
Yeah, TSN used to do some sports, Q sports coverage, but never really took off on commercial TV. You'd get some coverage. It would be well edited. A lot of it was 9-ball coverage. I can't remember if they were the ones that did the border battle between Canada and U.S. or if that was Sportsnet, but that was an interesting format as well, sort of Moscone Cup type play, but it never really took off.
well, there's some good chatter with our friends in the Seattle area. I know we did have a little border battle down at Bays when that opened up in late February of 2020. Mike Dominguez, owner-operator down there. A lot of great feedback from that event. The momentum was high in the Emerald City. Things were feeling good. 2 weeks later, the world shut down with the COVID pandemic. So, unfortunately, the guys at Bays took a big hit, but they've regrouped, rebranded, and created Ox Billiards in the Capitol Hill area of Seattle, and it's just a wonderful facility. Always a good time down there. Have you made the trek down there, Gary?
No, I haven't. Every year I get passes, I get a little less enamored with travel. At least travel to play. I mean, we've been fortunate enough to travel the world in the last 19 years. My wife and I have enjoyed fairly good health until this last little bit, and missed many a tournament because we were stuck in some unforgotten place like Fiji or the Cooks or, really terrible. Call in from message in on the stream somewhere and complain that you'd love to be there watching live, but you're stuck in Fiji. You don't get much empathy.
Yeah, I hear it's a big day for you, Gary, tomorrow, for you and the missus. Congratulations on your anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we've been married. That'll be 53 years together, married, and 56 years exclusive, so. Doesn't seem that long, but when you look at the calendar, it's like, oh, that's a lot of years. But having lived it, it doesn't, it's flowing by, actually.
That's great to hear, Gary. And Mrs. Spence, if you're out there, we appreciate you letting Gary out of the house to man the tables at Snook D. He's coming in the booth, providing great insight. He's going to do a little refereeing. I think you're scheduled to do a quarterfinal today and a semifinal tomorrow. And then you're off to enjoy the good life with the wife.
Exactly.
Cindy, yeah, that is Gary's son taking on Milad Sonjay. It looks like one of them is up. Looks like, let's just see. Yeah, it looks like Gary has won the first frame. That's a best of 3. And they've just started their second frame. There are 7 beautiful tables in here, and we do appreciate all you chiming in. If you want to know any updates, we can see from our vantage point 2 outside tables in play, but there is a row of 4 that are completely blind to our looks.
Oh, this could be, looks like he overrun the ideal angle here. Black is certainly potable, but I don't think you're going to be holding that cue ball for the red furthest from the black rail. It looks like it goes, but I'm not sure you can hold it. Well, you avoided the scratch on the opposite side, so. Going to play the thin back cut safety, I assume, because the black would be in the way playing the other red. Yeah, oh, pushed it over the pocket. Oh, and rubbing the green has left that ball. Was further from the pocket than I thought at first. It's got the side pocket.
Oh, Gordon. Just 6 points in it, 43 on the table. Deciding frame here in this first round of the knockout phase. Obviously loads of pressure here. You move on to the Sweet 16 phase and you're definitely going to get paid out there. So this frame is a difference of $0 or $75. Or it could be even more if you move on.
Be interesting to see which push the cue ball towards the green, I think. You won't get a snooker, but you won't leave a cut on that ball that's down near the black cushion. Oh, he's playing it the other way. And it may be perfect. It looks like he covered both balls. Well done. Don't know if he has a natural angle to get the one nearest the pocket. That's certainly the one I'd be trying to get to if I had a relatively easy shot to get there.
Of course, if you had an easy shot, I'd take an easy shot any day of the week.
It looks like he's going 2 rails to the one near the pocket. Good pace. Actually was a little crisper than I thought. Straight in the corner as well. Just shows you how difficult the pockets are, because if the table was the least bit more generous, I'm sure we would have seen Wang Shen go for that ball, because it was straight in the corner, guaranteed shape, not leaving the other red. That's a little better pace, but look at that thing fade. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, a little bit of a motion there from Gordon, just a slight pump. Happy that he was able to hit that and not forfeit a lot of penalty points.
Well, you didn't leave an easy pot. Try to get by the red. Easily done. Again, not a particularly easy safety, because balls are lined up.
Apologies, Nitin, if the in the description the bracket link isn't working. Feel free to look at challenge.com/2025 Snooker Canada BC Open Final. That's what you should be typing into your browser there. We'll try and get the updated bracket and our next match description. But once again, that's on
nice pot there. Wow. That could be the match winner.
So just challenge.com/2025 Snooker Canada BC Open Final altogether.
Well, let Gordon off the hook there. That was a bit careless. Too much focus on the red, I guess, getting to the red. You don't expect players of this caliber to miss blacks off the spot from that kind of angle, even with these very tight rest-on pockets.
Oh, he missed a trick there. Hasn't really
Far
sold
enough
out.
from the pocket that he probably got away with it.
Well, our great man Lance Bromlin, man of many talents, just came into our booth and just took a look at the description, and
Well, it looks like a free shot here for the red, because your cue ball is going to be back and block. Oh, he definitely played the overcut safety. He wasn't risking putting that ball at the pocket. He definitely isn't going to miss the ball by a foot, so we didn't know he was playing the cue ball back to block. Does have the standard escape. 1.5 across with the red, back to block with the cue ball. No, he went for a rail shot. And he may have been blessed there. I think he got them in line, yes. It doesn't look like the red is potable. He may have it. No, he's going to kick it. He's looking at the off the rail, so we know it isn't potable.
referee Lisovenko coming over just to Give a little mark. This is a good
Yeah.
attribute to have for a referee, just in case the respot needs to happen. Just expedites the frame a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, look at that touch.
Oh, that hurts.
Well, that all depends on what comes next.
Okay, when you and I have a match and I'm fluking every ball, I won't see you crying in the corner.
I might call you Mr. LS. Second word is sack, not the vulgar one. Oh, and look at this.
So just a 12-point advantage, 27 on the table, deciding frame here. Who's going to move on and who's going to go home? How many twists and turns do we have left on the colors? Oh.
I'm not sure Gordon had full pocket there the way he played it. He might have been trying to throw the ball in. Throw is when you actually have siding on the object ball, or on the cue ball, and it grabs the object ball and causes it to go in a different. Minutes. Even if he were to miss all 4 attempts, he would still be, in theory, still be in the game because he'd only be 26 down. So. My arithmetic, no, my arithmetic's wrong. 4 attempts, he would be 28 down. So he must hit
At
this.
most.
He must hit this at some point. I didn't hear a beep. See, my mic went off again. I didn't notice. So.
They might have known you were a bit poor at the arithmetic.
Yeah.
That's the second attempt there for Gordon.
Yeah.
Starting to get
So
costly.
if he misses all 4 attempts, he'll be 28 points down. So it's a must hit. And hope it doesn't sit up over a pocket.
Just taking a look at the score line.
Yeah, 24. Yeah, that's right. He must hit this time, or he'll need a snooker himself. And you don't want to leave a free ball. Twice he's left a free ball behind the pink on the line he's taking. So. Well, he got past the pink, so there's no free ball. Now he needs a snooker. 28 in it.
He's going for the jugular. They're trying to get that yellow in.
Well, certainly there's a nice selection of balls in Bach to get behind.
That is true. That green's in a wonderful spot there.
Well, he's got the cue ball beautifully. But that's certainly hittable. If he's not snookered, it's certainly hittable. But you risk going in off if you hit it too thin.
Might come cushion first here. Clip it in.
Or go in off like that. Oh, you! Oh, how lucky was that? He was going in off. Yellow off the green. Got in front of the cue ball, and the cue ball kicked in the yellow.
Wang Chen Chap certainly getting the rolls in this deciding frame. This looks good for this
That's
gentleman.
pretty much all she wrote now. There's a long way back, although he doesn't have a pot on the brown.
I don't know why I went for the brown there.
So 33 the difference, so there's the 3 snooker rule, so the game is still on. 3 snookers would total, and all the balls would total 34, so the game is still on.
Unless that black was covering that brown, though, I think, just not sure what Wayne Chen was thinking there. You know, it's definitely a severe uphill battle for Gordon, but
Well,
you get 1 snooker, 2 snooker there, then your opponent
hanging
starts
on
reeling.
by 1 fingernail.
Yeah. We do create these rule books for a reason. Obviously, there's the standard one that has come out, available on WST.tv's website, but there are little caveats to all these rules, definitely in the amateur scene, as this one has a 4 attempt 3 putback ruling on the foul and the miss, and at any point in a frame, if more than 3 snookers are required, it is a concession.
Oh, brought the corner and the side pocket in play with that. That could have been a potential disaster if he'd have made the brown and scratched.
Are you of the mind, Gary, just roll this brown over the top right corner?
Yep. No need to try and do anything silly. Just don't want the cue ball traveling. See.
Very close to the in-off there. With that pace, that was the problem.
It's a bit reckless to assume that, well, you can get away with 1 because the guy still would need 2 more, but you don't want to leave the door open because bad things can happen. Not very often that you can win from there, but oh, not quite, eh? Needs the brown to run to go safe then. One bank in the side. Oh, he went for the safety instead. Okay.
Ooh, just going to run a bit too much. Good idea. Well, actually, he's got a bit of a snooker there.
Must hit or it's over, because it'll be 4 snookers. Could be over now anyway.
This for frame and match for Wang Chen Chap. Gave it all his gusto. And now these pockets are going to increase in great size. Oh, there's the handshake right there. So Wang Chen Chap takes this knockout match 2 frames to 1. Exciting stuff. Before you go, Gary, I just wanted to know a little bit, your league. Is there any information that any of the viewers, if they wanted to jump in, feel free to plug away?
There's 8 senior centers in the Lower Mainland that participate. And we play 2 leagues. A B division plays on Wednesdays, and an A division plays on Thursdays, and those are in the mornings. We've evolved to a handicap league, so after a few weeks of play, it's a fairly even matches, even though games may be one-sided. The total match, because it is pairs play, the total match is 16 frames, and quite often it's 9-7 or 10-6 or 8-8. So if you love the game, we play on 10-footers, so great venue to play.
Sounds like great stuff. So we're going to step aside. Gary Spence has joined my booth. Thank you very much, Gary. Got a little break. And it's David Byrne in the booth. And we'll be back in a few moments' time with another exciting match of this 2025 BC Open Snooker Championship.